Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another wonderful episode of Where'd All the Water Go? But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I keep saying where'd all the water go, but everything's okay. Not really. Not really. But we'll survive. We have the gumption. We have the folk tales. We have the ability. We have the know-how, and we've got water. We have plenty of other things to actually occupy our time and try to tackle some of the bigger problems and work on a couple things. So I've been doing a tad bit of research on ways to help mitigate some of the evaporation problems that we have. And I think one of our biggest fails is this whole area right here. So a project that we're going to work on today is making a nice big, I don't want to say, it's not going to be a girthy reservoir. It's going to be a long and tall reservoir. So we're going to take advantage of the fact that we're at the bottom of the map here. We're going to build out from both of these water sources, water block sources. We're going to build out here, and we're going to build a nice little water tower. And I don't mean like little, I mean massive water tower, okay? It's gonna be the greatest thing since sliced bread, all right? You guys haven't seen a water tower until you've seen this water tower, all right? Okay, you feel me? Okay, I'll not ever say that again. Sorry. But we're gonna put a water tower over here. It's gonna be sourced by these water sources, water blocks. That's going to go up to here. We're going to build some riverlets to feed these two systems that we have going around so that we can actually keep everything else irrigated. But in theory, this water tower, if we have a smaller surface area versus a wider surface area, according to the internets, then we should, in theory, not be evaporating as much water. Now, I want to keep systems like this up and running and try to cycle water through. Maybe that can help out. We'll have to build something to feed this water back into our tower. I would like to have that going so that we're not dealing with any water loss as this falls back into here and just becomes a mess and yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. You get what I'm saying there. So that's what we're going to work on today. We're going to do two of them, or at least I'm going to attempt to do two of them, one on top of this, so that will rescue us a large piece of real estate right here that's just covered in water. That will let us put some more stuff in this area down here to do some more entertaining things, and maybe not as much as I would like to do, because, well, real estate is becoming quite, I wouldn't say becoming an issue, because we've got a lot of real estate available to us. It's just not, it hasn't been terraformed yet to become the optimal piece of real estate that I would like it to be. So we'll be working on that today. And I also want to get over here. This shouldn't take too long. We'll get up here. We'll fix this up and get this nice and pretty. And then if we have some spare time, come over here and try to figure out how to expand this over and pull this up and so on and so forth. So we can have a nice piece of real estate working in here. And I might have an idea as to how to tackle this. I just thought of it. And we could probably come in here and blast some of this out and have our 1x6 overhangs just push out on this side, and then we cap it off with something or another, or yeah, I'll figure it out. It'll be beautiful. It'll work theoretically. We'll run water over here on top of this, and if we put maybe some dirt pillars to run the irrigation down through here somehow, then we might be able to save a lot of this water on this back end, so we're not actually dumping water from our main reservoir into that area, which should, in theory, save us a bit of water as well. Now, of course, that would require us to do a little bit more dirt building and cut out some of these trees, which kind of negates my original thought that I just had over here. But we'll work on that when we get to it. So let's go ahead and get over here. We're going to knock out a little bit of this, and we'll figure out a way to get them in here and Working on this, and I of course want to give them the optimal position to actually crawl on top, because I'm a big proponent of multiple avenues of approach that gives us the maximum amount of ability to do all of the things. So I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll come in from over here and we'll come in on top of that, probably build some ladders here, get some scaffolding up, and then fill out a bunch of our 1x6s over top. And in theory, we should be able to tackle everything from the top down, so we don't really have to get down there. I kind of want to get down there to blast some of this out just because aesthetically it's bothering me, but you know, that's not entirely necessary, okay? That's just a want, not a need. So let us see here. That probably is going to look a little something like this, though. So we're going to just flip that around right there. We're going to go ahead and work our way up as much as possible. Maybe not a 1x2, but a 1x3 to put stairs on it and actually allow us to do something like this. And then something around here. And then probably a 1x6 out to there. Now, I don't know how much higher we can actually go, so let's go ahead and measure that out. So we can go up to there, and I think, in theory, we should be able to put... Okay, we cannot put dirt on top of that, but can we put levees on top of that? We can. Okay, so that's the peak right there. So if we had a huge reservoir, it goes up an additional 9 spaces. So we want to go up 9 more. So that's 10 more now. 11, 12. Let's see. We should be able to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That might not be what we want to do. Yeah, we're going to have to figure that out. Maybe something like this. Just so we're not getting away from the real estate that we want to work in. I wanna put the reservoir like right in this area, and then we can come in, we can fill this in with something, and we can get some more something or another, or maybe we build our Beavertopia down in this hole. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. So we're just gonna wrap our way around up here. So that's the max height that we can go there. So that means that that needs to come off. We need to somehow finagle this out, right? We want to go this way. And then I think we can go one more out, and this is the max. So that's not what we want to do either. How do we do this? How do we tackle this? Like that? Nope, 1x6. We go out here. Go out here. Go out here, and we can't go any higher there. We can we do these on top? We cannot do those on top. Maybe we pull this down a little bit more. We go out like such as, and such as, and then such as, and we do something like that. Okay, we can't do that. This is getting a tad bit more complicated than I would like it to be, okay? All right. Maybe something like that, like that. And that lets us then put something like this in. We may not need this side. Probably don't need this side. I don't know, maybe. Kind of want to be able to get on top of these guys and move over. We might have to figure out how to do that. But that puts us in over top this area. We're going to have to figure out how to get over there as well. This is not looking anywhere near as nice as I would like it to be. Let's go get rid of that. I'm going to figure this out, though. We'll catch you on the other side. And, yes, be good, okay? Don't let the bed beavers bite, okay? They're gnarly, but I'll be right back. Well, that's kind of annoying. We'll have to figure that out somehow, some way or another. Or we just put in a bunch of scaffolding and just wrap that around. You know what? Let's do that. So we're gonna work it a little bit target back. Okay, we're gonna figure that out. This way, all right. Then we'll just build out and we'll do all the fun things. So let's see here. First, let's confirm that we're at the bottom. We are not at the bottom, but I believe we're close enough. No, we're still not close enough. Okay, but that should be okay. I'm not too concerned about that. So let's go ahead. We're going to force this water over and through. And I kind of want... Let's start with the 20 by 20, maybe. So let's go... Oh, here. Hold up. I need to do something real quick. All right, I think I have what I need. I'm clicking all the wrong buttons. Clear some of this out real quick. Clear some of that out. Clear some of that out. It's unnecessary for me to clear all this stuff out, but we're doing it anyway. Okay, so let's see here. This is going to be a 6 here. That's 6. And then we're going to go 3 here. We go 3 here. Probably going to get rid of that one because it's unnecessary. That one's also unnecessary. We're going to do 3 down from here. Right. And 3 down from there. And then 6 from here. Removing the unnecessary ones. And we're going to repeat that on this side. So let's just go ahead and make it look exactly like the other side, like this. This is going to potentially be an issue. Nope. I think we've just barely cleared it. I hope. We might have to move it forward by 1. Yeah, we're going to have to move that forward. Yeah. Darn it. Okay, so let's do that. That should be easy. So let's just move that forward by 1. I should have left a marker to know where I foobarred it. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Then 1, 2. And then 1, 2. Then 1, 2. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And then 6 here. Then we do the same on the other side. Like such as. And that should marry up quite nicely like that. That should be a nice circle for us. And we'll have to come in, we'll have to force the water into narrower pipelines, if you will. And then probably feed them or funnel them into these spots right here. That'll be feed spots that are sluice gates, pushing water in there. And we'll do the same on this side. And so the cool thing about sluice gates is they're one-way valves. and water doesn't flow backwards. And in theory, we're going to pressurize this, force the water in, down, and up. And then we'll have to have an outflow over here for our two systems to feed that pump and to feed this side as well. So we also want to have water that runs over here somehow, like this. And we could do this with levees, but I like using dirt. We will have to get down here probably to build some of this stuff, which is okay. We'll also need to, I don't know, do something about this whole shtick. Maybe we just fill this in like this, like that, like that. Come on, game, don't fight me. Okay, it fought me a lot, and I'm now lost. Game, don't fight me here, please, and thank you. What is happening? This is fine. Everything's fine. Apparently, I can't grab that one anymore. That's weird. Don't know why I can't grab that. There we go. There we go. Don't want that there either. But we do want this here, like that. Now, probably need to pull that out so that we can allow for the water to flow through too wide to get into there. Maybe we do want this to be over a little bit more. Like that. And that should be fine. Now we get to do the rest. Fill the rest in. All right, so I'm going to do this now, which will take a few seconds. So enjoy the second time lapse in as many minutes. All right. Now we've got our nice and deep reservoir that should hold enough of the water that we want it to hold. Maybe. Is this excessive? Should we do this at 10 and then do 20 out wide, flare it out at the top, you know, have a nice big... Never mind. Okay. So that's nice. That's a 20 wide reservoir here. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 deep. So almost 20 by 20. Let's see if we can tack any more on top. We can. We can. We can't go any higher than that though. So that's good, actually. So let's go ahead and we'll cap this off with some dams as well. Now the problem with this is I'm not entirely sure we'll have the capacity to get up here and build this. We should be able to in theory because they can build up to one higher than they are. So we'll see how that all works. And I kind of want to put in something. We might put dams in certain areas and have that water feed out and over through here into here in case of something, or we might even have secondary reservoirs on the sides to catch any overflow. So it doesn't just fill this entire area and then evaporate quickly. That is something that we could work towards. Go ahead and see about running this water. Let's go ahead and drop this down. So we want this in here out like that. And then we want to fill this in probably like this. Then we want to also run this along right here. And we want to come across like this, and then like this. We want that to go down. We want to fill in this area back here. Like that. And then we fill this in. Fill that in. Rotate this so we're not dealing with weird dirt placement problems. The same thing on that side. Rotate there. Then we just come in on top of all this. Grab some more platforms. Game, I swear you're going to give me a heart attack every time you do that. All right. Then we cap this off right here like this. Then we need to also come in here and we need to go up one more. That is good there, but I think we also want to get in here and put this on right there. We want to do double here and a double here. Fill this in like that. We also want to cap this off, but I kind of want to give them access to that spot first. So that will probably look something like this. Put a single in here, then put another. Oh, I don't want that. Yeah, we'll get in there somehow. Crawl in there. That'll allow them to place all the dirt in and around there, hopefully without any ECU. And then we'll do the same thing over here. Go ahead and drop this down, and I will do this real quick. Alrighty then. Now we'll have to come back in, cap these off so that the water doesn't have anywhere to go. And we might even come in here, blast some of this out so we can go a little bit deeper and not have to do these levees on top, so we can still have that 20 deep by 20 wide. Because I think we can go 2 or 3 more deeper in here. Now the question is, how do we get up there now? And this should be a little bit easier to answer now that we have an actual visual target to work towards. That should look a little something like this. And maybe we need to go out a little bit more right here and wrap around this side somehow. Question is, can I actually... No, that's too far. We don't want to go out that far. We want to be able to actually touch those things. So let's go ahead, pull this back in. This would be so much easier. I had a way to actually do some more fun things. So we could just come up here and do the ridiculous thing and burn a bunch of planks, which we have a bunch of planks, right? We have a poop ton of planks. Maybe we do that. Maybe we do that. So let's go ahead and do that. So that means coming in here, we do this all the way around. Oh, we can go higher. Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to do this. This is going to take a second as well. How many of these wonderful montages are we going to do? Right, a gajillion. Okay, just accept it. Accept it. All right, I'll be right back. All right. Now to just give the priority to the outside line. They can work around and do things a little bit easier. We'll set up some depots and a what are they called? One of these guys, a zipline station up there, just to make their lives a tad bit easier. We'll put in some dirt and some foodstuffs and some other stuffs to assist in all of the things, and that should make everybody's life a little bit easier in theory. Somehow fix this real quick. Nope, 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 nope. One of these guys, thank you. Get rid of that, that. And then some doubles there. Oh, give me the doubles. Autosave, you need to stop. We need to talk about your propensity for madness here, bud. You're making me mad. Stop it. Get some help. All right. Grab this priority again. We'll go ahead and just not max this out. We'll give this the priority build. It'll be good. Then now we can just get up there a tad bit easier by... Actually, can we do this? We want that like so. Then we can probably add a connection up there like this, which we are green, so good. We can then add this connection there. Everything's Gucci. Now we're going to put in, we can't do underground storages up here, but we can do large piles. So we can do something like that, and that's not going to really do the greatest for us. Boo. We'll do something like that, something like this, then something like, I don't know, that maybe. And we got to somehow get down and around all of that stuff. Food or dirt, we want catalyst, and we want biofuel, and then maybe some small things for food and water up here. Because we do still have some beavers running foodstuffs around. Or doing some of the building. So we want to make sure that they're well hydrated as well. And grab that, connect all that. Connect all that. Hit that to accept. 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 And accept for all of my friends. Sweet. How do we get down there? I don't know. Maybe by doing this. And by doing this one more time. That one. And get this in here. Do this again. Is this excessive? Yes. Is it insane? Absolutely. Is it fun? Yeah, I'd like to believe so. Let's go ahead and grab that, and we're going to path all the way around, just so nothing feels like it's too far away. And just to make sure that everything is connected and I didn't miss any of the points of entry. And we should be able to go like that and like that. Now everything's connected and is of course going to be nice and red for all of my friends, but it should work. Now we do need to put in a way up there initially. Because reasons, so that means doing something like this. And probably something like this to get us out and around a little bit more. And I want want to go one more over? Can I go one more over? I don't know if I can, actually. I think this is... Oh, no. Can we build the stairs here, though? That's the question. We can. We did. Doesn't really help us in the grand scheme of things. It helps build the platform, I guess. With the platform built, we should be able to get over and down to it, which should work for us. Well, if we can get the platform built, and then, yeah, we don't need to do that. Yeah, we do. Okay, so that back right there, and over there, and like this. Now we want to go like this. That should allow them to build everything. Go ahead and do something like that, and they should be able to touch everything, in theory. So we want something like there, and boom. Okay, so let's give this a try. Of course, that's not going to work for now, so we're going to remove that zip line. We can actually build all the things. We need stairs here. Autosave, you are the death of me. Or my sanity. Please stop it. Good. Alright. Let's go. We have been paused for so long trying to get this thing rocking and rolling, or at least from my end, it's going to be paused for like 40 years. But hopefully on your guys' side, it wasn't too egregious of a build, and I might cut a fair portion of it out. So we'll see. We shall see. Open that one. Get that back filled, and bada bing, bada boom. Great. So that is going. Hopefully that's not too painful for them to knock out. I don't think I have any other builds going right now. One thing that I did during the last montage that you guys didn't get to see was I threw in some more dance halls and some more agoras for our beavers entertainment. We gotta have happier beavers. Now, they're still not the happiest of beavers because I need to do... What is happening? Why are we flooding? Why are we flooding? We should not be flooding. Wait. It's on auto. Why are you still open? Stop it. Stop it. Why is that set to 1.0? Why was that set to 1.0? Stop it. Oh my goodness. Why? Why? I have never set you to 1.0. Never in my life have I set you to 1.0. And you should be desynchronized and closed because I can't have water. Yeah, it shouldn't open anyway because there's a block underneath it. Now, why haven't you... Is this a visual glitch? Is that I think that's a visual glitch because it says it's 0.48 and it says it's closed, but there was still water coming out. Interesting. All right, that might explain where I don't know. That should not be an issue. That, like, I've never seen that before. Like I said, I have not had that turned up to that level either. Interesting. That's actually kind of terrifying. Let's get our water turned back on, though. Because we will need that. And we are building our way up here, so that is good to see. You'll love to see it. And I hope that we can get that working relatively quickly. Now, it's going to take a minute because we only have so many build points for them to work on. And hopefully they don't get themselves stuck while they're building all the stairs to crawl up and in and out and so on and so forth. But in theory, that should not be that big of an issue. Now, we do have a bunch of beavers not doing too much with their hands, so we can... Our builders that aren't doing too much with their hands, so we can come over here and start filling some of this out over here, which means doing something along these lines. And running this path out here. Then probably running this along there and right there. We don't need this path over here. I think we should be able to get away with this with, why aren't you guys taking the zip line? Why are you taking it the long way around? 73 versus 100. Yeah, you guys are literally taking the longest way around to do this. Okay, that's fine. We want to hit that right there, and then this right here. If we put stairs in right here and right here, theoretically, those guys should be able to reach a little bit further. And reach a little bit further. Nice. If we do put this in right here, then maybe we can actually cover down some of these top portions here. That'll be great. We want to actually work on top of here. So maybe... Yeah, I don't think that's really necessary. We'll just do this. We'll run around and we'll build our pathway on top of that. Then do the same type of deal we did on that side right there. Go ahead and put in our foresters right there and right here. The reason I'm adding these little catches right there, point out to you, like there's green ledges there for us to be working on. We will probably have to put in, well, we will have to put in probably a tapper shack and then something else to help with all of the things. But for now, that should meet the intent. We do want to get a pathway in here. We want to go all the way down and around town, like such as... I did find the button in the district center. Workers allowed in new buildings. There's that button. Thank you, commenter, for your assistance there, friend. I appreciate you. An absolute legend for saving me future button pushes. I do like having button pushes saved. It makes me happy. That's all in. That's all Gucci there. I don't know why those guys haven't told me that they're bored yet in there, but I'm not going to complain about that. The game is chugging a little bit right now, though. I think it might have something to do with our mega dirt build that's over there. When I build in mega dirt piles, that seems to always cause major issues for all of my stuffs. Now, let's see here. Just confirm we've got coverage. We don't have coverage on that side, so we need stairs right here and right here as well. That should give us coverage all across the board. I'm not too concerned about that ledge there. That's fine. We'll let them go ahead and work on all that. Let's see here. We're doing okay on chestnuts, but we could increase our chestnut production. We're not doing the greatest on logs, but we've got plenty down here to work with. But we might expand our log production a tad bit. We've got a few down here. I don't anticipate there being a massive issue. So, okay, how about we do half oak, all the way down to there, right? Do even more oak like that. Then this side we do half maple, like this, and half chestnut tree. I know this isn't exactly half, but it's close enough. And now we should be able to grab this line right here and rip that across. Gives us our nice cutting area that we will be working with in the future. And that will provide us some nice things. Now we also need to put in a couple of lumberjack flags right here and right here. Probably 2 each. We could make these regular beavers. Actually, are you guys... So you popped up as... Interesting. Interesting. Okay, cool. That's working. How is this coming along? Nice, nice. We're away for half of a second, and we're already all the way up to here now, so that's good to see. I love to see that. I do still need to give this all a priority. Otherwise, none of this will get built before anything else. Did I? Okay, I didn't do anything ridiculous there. So they are placing dirt, which is not what I want them to be doing. I want them to be building our overhangs. Please and thank you, guys. And the stairs and the overhangs. It's fine that they're building the dirt, right? It's not going to hurt anything, in theory. Right now, we've still got 11 days left in this bad tide. They have somehow built a fair portion of that down there, so that's not cool. But that shouldn't prevent the flow of water yet. Theoretically. Let's go ahead and let them work on some more of that. Do we have... This is about to dry out. That stinks. We've got another tile down here, which also stinks. I kind of want to get... This isn't going to get done in the next 10 days. It'd be cool if we could get it done in the next 10 days, but the likelihood of that is 0. 0, yes. Absolutely 0. So it might take a couple cycles to get that knocked out, which is kind of stinky, but this is going now, so that's awesome. That's some awesome sauce right there. Now, how do we want to tackle this? I kind of want to expand this like we talked about earlier. It could look like blast down a couple here around this edge and then do some 1x6s out, and that will give us probably out to here-ish dirt-wise a little bit, and then fill in over top here, put in some 1x6s and just push out to fill up, and just have a bunch of like a large cavernous area down here. Somehow the trees will grow in a cavern, but you know, I'm not gonna fight the Timberborn overlords that have created this game for us, so we'll accept that for what it is, you know. You know, don't you know? Let's go ahead and give these guys a little bit something to help their lives out. Just because we can. Give these guys some biofuel and some catalyst. Biofuel and catalyst over here. Then we can also put in a couple small warehouses for our punch cards, which I still haven't put in any storage for the punch cards. So they have been kind of stalling out, which I should probably rectify. Did I not make any of this storage over here punch cards? I made them dandelions, so let's make that punch cards right there. We should have a lot of these guys working. Yeah, we've got 3 punch card manufacturers here. I don't know why we're being so slow on that draw. They are at 58% productivity, but they do have planks literally right across the road from them. Maybe we put in some small warehouses right here for paper, and then some small piles here for lumber. Maybe that'll help out. So let's do logs there, planks, paper, paper. We're not doing bad on paper production though. Yeah, we've got 1.5K. I don't understand why that's become an issue. Why are we so low on wheat flour? What is happening there? Wheat flour is at 913. Wheat is at 4.5K. Okay, we only have 2 grist mills running, so that explains that. Bum. Bum, 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 bum. Let's see here. How do we can expand this way to increase our grist mill production line. Yeah, we're not doing the greatest on wheat flour or even... Yeah, we're doing all right on cattail flour. It's just wheat flour that's being a holdup. That's kind of stinky. It's okay. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. That will work out just brilliantly. Now, since we have so many points of contact up here, it means the beavers should be able to come up here and do things a little bit more aggressively, placing all of these platforms for us relatively quickly. They've already got a few capped out where we kind of want them to be. We've already started working on a few of these overhangs, so that is fantastic. That's what we want to see. Yes. Now, could I have done this with fewer planks? Probably. Probably. Am I using my old trusty platforms? Yes. Does it waste material? Probably. Yeah, it wastes material. But it's okay. You know, it's all right. We'll survive. The beavers will survive. No one's going to get exploded. Okay, not this time. Rest in peace, Bruno. Okay, Bruno, we pour one out for you there, bud. Hey, don't worry about anything else. The colony's doing just fine. We're out of water. Don't worry about that. It's fine. This is all well and irrigated. We could probably pause this. Probably pause all three of these, honestly. We'll pause that one. We'll unpause these two and get that water moving over here. Make sure that's a decent height. I think we want that at 0.95 so that this water can actually fill up to that 0.85. So this water will pump into there. And we just want to pause this one for now. We'll clear these reservoirs out. We'll let that fall into there. And then in theory, we should be able to close these two. I think those are closed. No. Now they're closed. Closed. Closed, closed, closed. Closed. Okay. So all the water that goes into here should just be fed from this side, pumping out of this into there, and then flowing over the top of our floodgates there. In theory, that's how that should work. Honestly, there's not much water here in the first place. I should just let this keep pumping. Just barely anything in there. I wish we could have like some sort of grading system so we can force the water down into that corner. And theoretically, what we're trying to build right now should prevent this type of problem, because this is all just going to seriously become an issue really quickly. All right. See what the holdup was down there. They had to build some of the dirt out, and now we can start putting in all of the platforms, finalizing all those. Once all of that is gonked out, building these water... Yeah, I know. Thank you. Come again. Then, once that one's finalized there, then they can start building all of the rest of the stuffs on here, which should make our life that much easier. This one is just waiting on a little bit more material. We're waiting on a lot of material to get around here. We should have enough planks and logs to go around, theoretically. Now, I also need to find a way to get down into here, to blast some of this stuff out, and to finish building the rest of that up, which would mean... How are we going to tackle that? Good. Yeah, we could just put in a zipline station right here. Maybe. Yeah, we're still green there. I don't know how green, though. Yeah, that's green. Can we reach that, though? That's the question. Don't think we can. Unless we... Oh, hold up. Can we go one more or two more over? That still reaches? Yes? Yes, that does still reach. So we should be able to build that from up top, and then we have access to downstairs, and then it should let us go around and do all the fun things. Now, that is all in. That is all brilliant. That's what we want to see. Now we kind of want to go ahead and rip this path out so no additional beavers come up here and do any of the things up here. And that means that we get to keep working our way around. Now, if they build this up... Actually, let's reconnect that. We want to build that real quick. Let's give that a max priority build. Get that built for me, guys, please. I would appreciate it. It'd be brilliant. Okay. Almost done. It's done. It's done. Great. Brilliant. Now we rip this path out again. Path go away. That means they should stop building. And then we can come in here once they have stopped running up here. So I don't get anybody stuck or drop them from an excitingly terrifying height. Come on, get off. What are y'all doing? I'm going to rip these stairs out, and y'all are going to hate it. Okay? Just go away. Thank you. Boosh. I'm just now realizing that that's kind of where I was going to connect all that, but that is fine. We can get these guys pathed around here. No. No, that's not how I wanted that to work. They are going to trap themselves, and it's going to be sad and hilarious at the same time. That's going to require me to fix a lot of stuff, blast things out, and tear things down that I don't want to tear down. They can come in here now, though. Let's go and rip this down so I can see a little bit easier. Grab this, run that over here, run that over there. We throw in some dynamite right here, just because we can. Throw in some dynamite there. Probably not put those two in, so we have a way around this side. We can reach all the way over here. It'll be brilliant. It'll be beautiful. It'll be amazing. What is happening here? I have 2 stranded beavers. How are you guys stranded in there? Of all places to be stranded, how did y'all get stranded in there? What did you two do? How? Care to explain yourselves here, guys? Would you care to explain yourselves? No? Okay. Ridiculous beavers. Okay, ridiculous. The both of you. You have to come rescue your butts, and you have no one to blame but yourselves, okay? No one to blame but yourselves. All right, those two should be rescued. And we get to put the dirt back on. Dirt back in. Jeez Louise. All right, that's fine. We need to somehow get them access up to there, which should be simple. As simple as that. Uncle Roger would be so excited. That gives us access to all that. And then we can come down on the other side as well. And then gain some access on this end. Such as like this. Do that, please. Put that there. There, that there. And that means that we just path in here. Connect all of this up. There we go. Please don't get stuck. Please don't get stuck. I don't want to have to rescue your butts again. All right. Please and thank you. They're going to get stuck. I know it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I'm just going to pause this one so nobody gets stuck. If they go in there, they'll have an egress point. Okay. That's all I can hope for. Because they are goobers. And they will do gooberish beaver things, okay? And gooberish beaver things are exactly what these guys are best at doing. All right. So, what we're going to do now, we're going to finish this build. Probably figure out where all these beavers are running off to that aren't building anything right now. Probably swap a couple of these over to some bot beavers to do things fun like. Probably swap these guys over as well. And then we are going to watch all of this beautiful stuff happen. I'll keep an eye on some other stuff in the background, you know, maybe come in here, finagle something fun or exciting. I don't know. In the background, but yeah, let's go ahead and we're going to get this done. So with that being said, I hope that y'all enjoyed my attempt at building a giant rod in the sky. I hear it's in the sky with diamonds or something. I don't know. But it has been a blast to play with my beavers with you all today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button as well. I would appreciate that. We are encroaching on that mythical 1,000. Last I checked, we're about at 795-ish. Thereabouts, which is exciting. It's ecstatic for a guy who just plays with his beavers on the YouTubes. But I appreciate you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Thanks for being awesome. Keep rocking the free world. Make sure you guys keep your beavers nice and safe, nice and healthy, nice and hydrated, and moist as well, my friends. I'm going to get out of here. I'm out. See ya.
For my own